I'm Smriti Verma, an assistant professor with CGC Landra. Today, I'm going to discuss a very important topic of marketing management, that is market segmentation, targeting, and positioning. A very important and significant topic without which marketing mix cannot be framed. The things which, the basic concepts of marketing cannot be understood without this particular concept. So, about these three terms, when we talk about segmentation, we are talking about targeting, positioning. Let's understand what do they mean first of all. So, when we talk about segmentation, segmentation is, dividing the whole market into different groups. And the groups should be homogeneous in nature, right? That is what is segmentation. When we are talking about targeting, it is when we have divided the whole market once, we have segmented the market, we have made different segments on some basis. We will study the basis and everything later. But once we have segmented the market, then the next step is targeting. Targeting, what is targeting now? Targeting means we have to evaluate each and every segment, and then we have to find out the best which the company would like to cater to, or the company would like to focus on. The target customer can be anything. It can be, it can be kids, it can be females, it can be anything on different basis of segmentation, right? But the company has to decide the target market which is most lucrative, which will generate most profitable revenue to the business. That kind of segment has to be decided by the company. So that is targeting. And finally, positioning. Positioning is basically creating an image in the minds of the people. What image the company wants people to have in their minds about their product, that is known as positioning. So, this is just a basic thing I've told. I will explain the whole concept in detail. So, let's discuss. So, first, the objectives. The objectives of this particular session is, the first is to understand the basis of segmentation. What are the bases? How, like I said, the whole market is divided into different segments. So, what will be the basis on which these segments will be, the market will be divided into? Second is to know how companies identify attractive market segments and choose the target marketing strategy. That we have to evaluate all the segments and we have to decide the best on which the company has to focus so that the company can generate maximum profits for the business. The third is to realize how companies position their products, for maximum competitive advantage. Positioning the product in the minds of the people is very important. How they perceive your product, that is very important. So that is a very, very important component of, STP. So, now, before starting the concept, we all know about the types of market. One is consumer market, the other is business market. When we talk about consumer market, is that market where we, we are focusing on household group who are going to purchase the product. They are the final consumers and they are not going to resell that product. The second is business markets. Business markets are those markets who would like to purchase the product, maybe for reselling, or maybe for their own operational work. So these are the two kinds of markets, right? Now, we will discuss the steps in STP, that is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. First is market segmentation, where we identify on which basis, on what basis we are going to segment the market. Second is we have to develop the segment profiles also. We have to make profiles for each segment. Then is target marketing. Target marketing is developing the measure of segment attractiveness. Why that particular segment is attractive. How for one particular business, the one segment can be very attractive. For the other business, the same segment cannot be attractive. So we have to find out, the company has to find out which is the best, segment on which it can focus so that revenue generation can be maximum. Right, then we have selecting the target segments. We have to select which segment we have to focus on, and market positioning. That is developing the positioning for those market segments. We have decided the segment. Okay, I will explain these 3 points with a simple example. Suppose there is a travel agency. There's a company having a business of travel agency, right? They organize different vacations for different kinds of groups. So first they need to do segmentation. Suppose they have they have divided the market into 3 segments. The first segment is segment A. Segment A is that market, who are newly married couples. Suppose they are newly married couples, they want to go for vacations. That is segment A. Segment B is middle class family. Maybe they want to spend time with the family, they want to go for vacations, have a family time. Second segment, that is segment B. Segment C. Suppose segment C is people with retired class, who want to go for vacation, they want to enjoy their, income on, luxury things, and they would just want to have a good vacation time, and they are people who want to spend more money on luxurious things. So these are the 3 basic segments they identify, and that travel agencies identifies. This is known as segmentation. So I've divided the whole market into 3 particular groups or 3 particular segments. Segment A, that is newlywed couples. Segment B, that is middle class family people. And third is retired class people. Now, they have to find out in the second thing, they have to find out, second step of STP, they have to find out the target marketing. Which target market they should focus on? Segment A will be profitable, segment B will be profitable, or segment C will be profitable. So suppose the company goes into R&D, they do a lot of research work, and then they find out that segment A is the most lucrative one. Segment A is the segment on which they should focus, from where they can earn maximum profit. But they should decide also, they have to do a lot of research work, what newly married couples, because segment A related to newly married couples, what vacations do they like? Would they like to have eco-friendly kind of vacations? What kind of vacations, or very long vacations, or what kind of vacations they have to find out. They have to find, the company has to find out. So that is the target market. So when we did the segmentation, we divided the whole market into 3 segments. When we evaluated and we have to decide which segment the company has to focus, they said segment A is the most lucrative one. That will be the segment which can generate maximum profit for our business. So we choose segment A as our target market. Now, third is positioning. Now, what should they do? We all know that young generation today is on Instagram, sites like Pinterest and all. Suppose they go to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and they, launch campaigns for young people. And people like to win also, they indulge in those campaigns. And with the help of that campaign, they can generate mailing list for the young people. They will get the mailing list, and now they can mail to these young people that target market which they have decided. They can give the mail, they can send the good pictures, vacations, packages, they can send these through mail, so that people might be interested in their organization. That is one way of marketing that particular product. That is positioning. That is, they have to decide the marketing mix that will be best for that particular segment. Right. So these are the 3 basic steps of segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Segmentation, dividing the whole market into different groups, homogeneous groups. Target marketing, finding the best segment on which we have to focus, and then positioning, creating an image in the minds of the people, deciding value proposition, deciding, marketing mix, best marketing mix strategies for the business. Right. So these are again the steps in segmentation. If we talk about market segmentation, we have already discussed that, we identify the basis for segmenting the market, then we, develop the profiles. In target marketing, what we do is that, we develop the measures of segment attractiveness. We have to select the best target market which is the best for our business, in which where we can sell our product and earn maximum profits. It has to be decided according to the objectives and resources of the organization also. We can't say, okay, this segment will generate the maximum profit. No, we have to see, the company has resources to, fulfill the demands of that particular segment? Do we have resources? So that also we have to see the objectives of the organization also. So all that has to be seen. And then of course positioning, we have to develop a marketing mix plan for the organization so that we develop a positive image in the minds of that target segment so that they purchase our product and we are able to earn maximum profits. Right, so these are steps in marketing. So if we discuss in detail about market segmentation, if we talk about the definition thing, it is dividing the whole market into distinct groups with distinct needs, characteristics, behavior, who might require separate products or marketing mixes. This is the definition, that is dividing the whole market into different homogeneous groups on the basis of different characteristics, needs of the people. Why is there a need of segmentation? It's very important. If we do not segment the market, we don't know where to sell, what to sell and where to sell, whom to sell. That is very important. If we don't know where should we go and sell our product, what are the people we are going to focus, target marketing can only be done if we first segment the market. So segmentation is very important. Then we have segmentation variables, characteristics or the groups or the organizations used to divide the market into segments. Then market segment, of course, we all understand market segment is what? Market segment is a segment or a group on which, if there are different kinds of segments, suppose we are dividing one market into, like we discussed the example, there are 3 segments, segment A, B and C. So segment A was one particular segment of the group having homogeneous needs or characteristics, right? Sorry. A very important definition which reflects the importance of segmentation given by Levitt. He says that if you're not thinking segments, you're not thinking marketing. He says that if you're not dividing the market into the segments, then of course you cannot develop a suitable or a very valuable strategy for your marketing strategy for your organization. So it is very important to think about segmentation. These are the bases of segmentation. How we segment the market? Market is huge. We have to segment it on the basis of some criteria. So there are 4 basic, there are 4 bases of segmenting the whole market. The first is geographic, demographic, psychographic, and then behavioral. Now, what is geographic? As the word indicates, geographic segmentation is related to that particular region or the climate or the city or the state where we are going to target that, where we are going to divide the market. So second is demographic, that is on the basis of age, gender, family size, life cycle or income of the people. Psychographic is very important, that is basically related to lifestyles or the values or the beliefs of the system, the personality. So that is how we divide the market on the basis of these personality traits, lifestyles, values, attitudes, right? Then behavioral, again a very important basis of segmentation. That is, behavioral is occasions, benefits, uses, how the how people behave on that particular criteria. So these are the 4 bases of segmenting the consumer market. So if we go into detail, geographical segmentation, it is world, region, Indian region, state, city, neighborhood, metro city, density of population, climate. These are the, things on which geographical segmentation is done. Demographic is again age, gender, family size, occupation, income, and so on. Right, so it is increasing population. So rapid population is there in Asia, we understand. Urban population is rising to 523 million by 2025. right? Growing middle class is there. Deprived households have an annual disposable income of less than 90,000. So these are the characteristics of demographics we have to study. It is very important to study all these things, right? Growth in rural population, change in family system, changed role of women, right? Increasing diversity of population that is happening everywhere. So these are the things we need to study in demographic profile. Psychographic, we just talked about. Psychographic is lifestyle, the personality traits, the belief system, motives, values of the person, right? Then, of course, behavioral, it is dividing the groups on their, on the basis of their knowledge, their attitude, their occasions, user status, benefits which they are seeking, attitude, usage rate, loyalty status, and readiness stage. So these are the four bases of segmentation, that is geographical, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral segmentation. Now, there is also multiple segmentation. Multiple segmentation is that we are dividing the market into different bases, like the example is geodemographic. Geodemographic is an example of multi-level, multi-segmentation, where we are dividing the market into two or more segments, right? So this is benefit segmentation, the division of market according to benefits that the customers want from that particular product. Then we have also developed profiles of resulting segments, like business segments. When we were talking about consumer markets, now we are talking about the business markets. Here also the demographics, basis is, first basis is demographic segmentation, that is industry, company size, and location. Second is operating variable. Operating variable is technology which the company is using, usage stage, customer capabilities. These are the bases on which the business markets are dividing. The basis for segmentation from the point of view of business markets, right? Then we have purchasing approaches, of the people, of the customer, situational factors like urgency is there, specific application is used, or size of order. Then personal characteristics like buyer-selling similarity, attitude towards risk, loyalty, etc. So these are the basic bases of segmenting the business markets. And when we talk about international market is also dividing the customers into groups with similar needs, even though they are located in different countries, right? So that is known as your international markets. So if you're talking about, as we studied, we have to, when we are dividing the market into different profiles, we also have to develop the profiles for each segment. So geographic segmentation is there, economic factors is there, political and legal factors, cultural factors. This is for international market, because international market we have to study everything. The politics, because the culture, everything, the economy is different, right? Very, very important part of this presentation, that is requirements for effective segmentation. What are the requirements for, how we can make the segmentation process effective? We have to understand that these are the 5 kinds of requirements for having effective segmentation. The first one is measurable. The segment has to be measurable. It has to be like, you have to measure the segment first. Size, purchasing power, profiles of segments can be measured, right? Second is it has to be accessible. We can't go to a segment which is not accessible, which we can't even, access to. So segments must be effectively reached and served. That is very important. It has to be a substantial segment. It has not to be very small that it will not even, generate any revenue to the company. So it has to be substantial. Segments must be large and profitable enough. Right. Then we have a differential. It has all segments must be different from each other. They should not be having similar characteristics, obviously. Then what is the use of segmentation? Segments must respond differently to different market mix elements and actions. That means if we are applying marketing mix strategy to one segment, it should respond differently. And if we apply the same marketing mix strategy to the second segment, they should respond differently. So that is how we can say that they are different. The segments are different because their reaction to that same particular marketing strategy is different. So that is why it has to be a differential segment, and then it has to be actionable. There should not be a segment on which we can't act upon. We can't take decisions. We can't focus on. Then there is no use of doing segmentation, right? Very important, again, we have already discussed, but of course we have to elaborate the things. Target market, when we are talking about target marketing, we have done segmentation. We have divided the whole, like the example I gave, we have segment A, segment B, segment C, or there can be more segments also. We have done segmentation. Now we have to find out on which segment the company needs to focus, because the company wants to generate revenue and profits. Maximum profitable segment we have to find out, but it should match with the objectives of the company and with the resources of the company, because objectives and resources are to be aligned with the target segment we need to focus on, right? So target customer is that customer on which the company has decided. The company has decided, okay, this segment A or segment B, this is what we are going to focus on, and this will be our target market, and this will be aligned with our objectives and resources of the organizations also, and we'll be able to earn maximum profits also, right? So how we evaluate? We have decided, suppose we have segmented the market, we have come out with 4 or 5 segments. Now we have to evaluate the segments, and we have to find out which one is the best one. Which market segment is the best we have to cater, right? So segment size and growth matters a lot. Earlier also we studied that the segment has to be substantial. It has to be profitable. It has to be a large one, right? So segment size matters, segment structure, attractiveness matters. How attractive is the segment? And then company objectives and resources are very important. It has to be aligned with, are we focusing, that particular segment is very profitable, we understand, but is it matching with the objectives and resources of the organization? That also has to be taken care of, right? Then we have developed measures of segment attractiveness. We have to evaluate market segments. Okay, sorry. This is selecting target market segments. Very, very important topic. When we are talking about selecting the target segments, we have to understand there are 4 kinds of, different kinds of marketing segments. First is undifferentiated. Undifferentiated means mass marketing. Now, what is mass marketing? One product for everyone. If I can give some example, it will be like a mother dairy milk product. A packet mother dairy ka jo aata hai, that is mass marketing. One product for everyone. They have not differentiated it. It is one product for everyone. That is known as mass marketing. Then we have differentiated marketing. Differentiated marketing is companies using different marketing strategies for different market segments. For example, beauty soaps or beauty care products. They are segmenting on different kinds of, skin types or different kinds of things, like, skin types is their focus, or there are different criteria on the basis of which they segment the market. So that is, or we go to a departmental store. Under one roof, we are finding products for different segment of people. It's not only that it is only for children or it's only for, old people. We find under one roof there are different segments are focused only in one departmental store. That is differentiated marketing. Then it is concentrated and niche marketing, also very important point. What is niche marketing? Niche marketing is, when we focus on, there's a marketing strategy we are focusing on. It's a kind of like, if I give you the example of Sensodyne toothpaste. It's a toothpaste, but they are focusing on sub-segment of a segment, right? Or Easy detergent given by Godrej. That is also a very good example. Easy liquid detergent is given by Godrej, and they are focusing on niche marketing. That is, they are giving one product. There's one product only for woolen products. The detergent is same for that particular product. That is your niche marketing. Then we have a micro marketing, that is local or individual, you can say. That is customized products. There are companies like Dell, they are making laptops or desktops for, customized products they are giving to the people. So that is known as local or micro marketing, So this is an elaboration of the same thing. Undifferentiated mass marketing, I use the example of dairy, that is mother dairy milk. Mass marketing focuses on common needs rather than what is different, should be homogeneous market. Single marketing mix for entire market. For entire market, they are having same product. Then we have a differentiated product, right, where we are focusing on, different segments. Different segments of the market are catered on, and basic purpose of having different products for different segments is to have more sales, to have expansion of the business. That is the main focus. Like if you talk about, I just gave an example of beauty products, or you can talk about Hindustan Unilever or Procter and Gamble. These are the companies, they are focusing on differentiated products, right? Then a niche marketing, we just discussed that, they have limited company resources and knowledge of the market should be must, more effective, more efficient. It has to be heterogeneous. It has to be targeting a single market segment using one marketing mix. That is easy detergent wash, or the Sensodyne was the example. Right. Now, market coverage strategies, very important. These are the ones which we just discussed. Undifferentiated marketing, marketing mix, only one product for the whole entire market, only one product marketing mix. Then different marketing mix 1 for segment 1, marketing mix 2 for segment 2, marketing mix 3 for segment 3. This is known as your differentiated marketing strategy. There are many companies focusing on this these days because of competition, and to expand the business, to have more profits, right? Then we have concentrated marketing. Concentrated marketing is again the niche marketing, that is one marketing mix for all the segments. For all the segments, there's going to be a one company marketing mix strategy, right? Now we have to evaluate the market segments on the basis of level of competition, size, growth, segment structural attractiveness, objectives and resources, and we have to choose the best one, best target segment, which will be the best for our organization, right? Now, companies need to be socially responsible also these days, because social responsibility is very important concept happening these days, because of we have to take care of the environment, we have to take care of the social abuses happening in the country. And the last step, that is positioning, very, very important. Positioning is when we position the product in the minds of the people, creating an image in the minds of the people. What people perceive about our product is very important. We have made a wonderful product. We have made everything. We have, done all the technicalities. We have done all R&D. We have come up with a very good product. But we have not designed a suitable marketing mix strategy for our customers. How would customers come to know what is that product? Suppose you come out with a toothpaste only, a normal product, or soap only. There has to be some marketing strategy or some positioning strategy the company needs to follow, so that otherwise people will say it is okay, it is just a normal soap, it is just a normal toothpaste. So positioning or giving value proposition to your customers, yeah, you can say you have to create an image in the minds of the people about your product. That is very important. How people perceive your product, how customers perceive, what perception do they have in their minds about your product is very important. So that positioning plays a very important role, right? So to place the place the product occupies in customers' needs relating to competitive products, competing products, that is also very important. Competition is huge. Everybody is having different products. Everybody is having, marketing mix strategies. So how you create an image in the minds of the people is very important. Typically defined by customers on the basis of important attributes, involves implanting the brand's unique benefits, or we talk about USP. unique selling proposition.